Alchemical maxim. Figure 9. The conscious mind is the illuminated region of a far larger field. What lies in shadow is not pathology stored under pressure, but a curriculum. Rejected traits, forgotten memories, dormant gifts, awaiting return to awareness. The nature of the shadow. The gold is in the dark. The shadow is every aspect of self that has been judged, denied, rejected, suppressed, or disowned. The crucial move of the model is to strip the shadow of its moral coloring. The shadow is not evil. The shadow is simply unconscious, 35%. The mechanism of its formation is precise. Every judgment creates separation. Every rejection creates fragmentation. Every fragmentation generates shadow. When awareness judges a trait, its own or another's, as unacceptable, it separates from that trait. The separated material does not vanish, it becomes unobserved and thereby joins the shadow. The shadow is the accumulated record of everything the observer has refused to look at. This is why the shadow contains not only what is dark, but what is most alive. Alongside the rejected aggression and the disowned fear lies disowned vitality, creativity, authenticity, strength, and wisdom. Qualities exiled not because they were dangerous, but because they were, at some point, unsafe to express. The treasure and the dragon occupy the same cave. To recover the one, the observer must enter where the other waits. There is no path to the disowned goal that does not pass the disowned terror, because they were buried together in the same act of refusal. Figure 10. The treasure and the dragon occupy the same chamber. The disowned gold, vitality, creativity, strength, was buried in the same act of refusal that exiled the feared material. The path to one passes the other. Bait. Why life repeats. A psychology is tested by what it can explain. The model's account of repetition is among its most load-bearing features. Life repeats its lessons because consciousness remains divided. A pattern recurs because the lesson it carries has not yet been integrated. The same conflict appears through different people, the same wound appears through different circumstances, the same trigger appears through different forms. What repeats is not the event, events differ in their particulars, but the underlying unconscious pattern, which remains constant beneath its changing costumes. This yields a clean criterion. Repetition is not punishment, nor accident, nor mere bad luck. It is the signature of an unintegrated pattern announcing itself. And it carries its own terminus. Repetition ceases when awareness emerges. The lesson ends when recognition occurs. The pattern that has been seen, fully, without flinching and without reburying it, loses the energy that drove its recurrence. What is integrated need not repeat, because it no longer presses for recognition. Figure 11. The same unconscious pattern recurs through different forms until it is recognized. At the moment of recognition, the loop opens, the charge dissolves, and what has been integrated need no longer repeat. 9. Projection and judgment. Reveal. Figure 12. The mirror and the window in one pane. Emotional charge is diagnostic of unfinished interior work, the mirror, yet the object may be real and the perception accurate, the window. It is the disproportion of the charge, not its mere presence, that locates the inner work. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Projection is the mechanism by which the psyche encounters aspects of itself through other people. What remains unconscious is experienced externally. What cannot be seen within is seen, with peculiar vividness, without. The model assigns a diagnostic role to emotional intensity. The strongest emotional reactions often mark the locations of opportunity for self-recognition. The charge in a judgment is informative. It tends to. Where integration is unfinished, what is judged repeatedly tends to reappear repeatedly. What is consciously understood gradually loses its emotional charge. Here, the model must guard against a familiar overreach, and it does so explicitly. To say that emotional charge is informative is not to say that all criticism is invalid, or that every strong reaction is mere projection. The external object of a judgment may be entirely real, and the judgment entirely accurate. The claim is narrower and more disciplined. The intensity of a reaction, its disproportion, its persistence, its grip, points to unfinished interior work, regardless of whether the outer perception is also correct. The mirror and the window are not mutually exclusive. A pane of glass can show both a reflection and the street beyond. The skill the model asks for is the ability to read the reflection without denying the street. Wholeness.